Hi.
Hi.
Well, my son, Raymond.
Hi.
This is our first time doing a video in my apartment.
Yeah, I haven't been here in a while. Looks like a writer's den. Books, computer, more books, Scrabble game.
And you had to find the parking lot.
And I had to find the parking lot, yes.
Everybody has trouble finding the parking lot. Oh, well, it's good to see you. I was thinking today, I thought, well, every family, they usually have things going on. Right now, our family's got your aunt, and you're very fond of your Aunt Ann, right?
I am, yes.
And her husband is in well, he's got cancer, and so we've got someone who's very ill, but I was thinking last night, remember when Uncle Tom took you hunting?
Yeah, Uncle Tom, I probably would not have learned to hunt if it hadn't been for Uncle Tom. Hunting and fishing, that was, he was the great white hunter and the great white fisher. So, yeah, boy, I remember going, well, the thing I remember the most is going bear hunting with him.
Bear hunting?
Yes, because I have such a fear of bears, you know. And we went bear hunting, and the way we would do it is we would get in under this camouflage, and he had this collar, this animal collar that would mimic a dying animal, and apparently what he said is the bear would just come charging through the forest towards wherever the call was coming from, and I can just remember sitting there thinking, if a bear comes running up through here,
How old
I'm just
were
going to
you?
probably freeze to death. I don't know, I was probably 10 or maybe 11 or 12, I guess.
You didn't get a bear?
No, a bear never came charged in, but can you imagine sitting there for hours and hours while he called a bear, calling the bears in, and then went elk hunting with him. We did get an elk, and and deer hunting with him a couple times, but he was also a great fisherman. He loved to fish, and so the fishing trips around Arizona, those were the ones that I remember the most. And the dove hunting. Dove hunting. I think he had me shooting these 12-gauge shotguns when I was probably 9 years old. Because Mo Ivy, remember Mo? He was a great hunter, and so they would give me this great big old shotgun, and we'd go dove hunting. That was pretty exciting, but a little teeny kid and that big gun, it sure made my arm sore.
Oh my!
So.
Yeah, so that was a good memory you had of Uncle Tom.
I do. I have some good memories of Uncle Tom.
Okay, well, what else was on your mind? I thought, well, we'll just talk about what's on our minds. Your first summer in Phoenix for a long time.
For a long time, and boy, it's trying.
It's
It's very warm here. Very warm.
Yeah, he came
It's
in
like
wet.
it's just like going out into a big blast furnace. Or being shoved inside of a pizza oven. So,
oh, brother.
but I don't know, I'm kind of getting used to it. It's kind of nice in the mornings, early in the morning it's nice. So.
You don't have any air conditioning in your truck, do you?
I don't. I have to get Freon put in. So, no, I've been driving around roasting.
Oh, is that what you need, is Freon?
Yes.
That's all?
That's all.
Oh.
So, but it hasn't been too bad.
Well, tell me now, you're a working performer, right? Have you been working on your lounge act that you told me about?
I am. Well, I've just been kind of putting together some of the songs that I'm going to do. I've always had this, it's on my bucket list, a fantasy of being a lounge singer, kind of half Tony Bennett, half Hank Williams, you know, telling bad jokes. And I mean, I've even imagined hearing hecklers, you know, you're awful, you know, how I would handle hecklers. And I don't know, there's something strangely romantic about being a lounge singer. I think it's, I was thinking about this the other day though, with live music. People's connection in like a lounge to live music, though, I think it's changed a lot. I think that there's a lot of people that are resistant to live music. It's almost like we become a culture who's anything that's confrontive, you know, even in the way of conversation. You know, it's even strange for people to stop and have conversations now. Would you
give us a sample of how you talk to your audience out there and sing us a song?
Yeah, well, right now I don't talk a whole lot. I mostly do ambient music, and then some nights, you know, you're doing ambient music, and if there are a group of people that are, you know, like the songs and start clapping, then you have more of a captive audience. Then you can talk more. If they're not clapping, usually they're listening, but you just go on to the next song. So, and I never do a set list. I have a Rolodex of songs in my head, and I just try and figure out from the audience, from being who's there, what songs they would like, and I watch the reaction. So.
Well, do you sing your own songs quite a bit, mostly?
I do a lot of cover songs. I slip my own songs in between, but I usually never tell people that this is my song, because I want to get a true reaction of you know, how the audience reacts to something that they've probably never heard before. So that's how I deal with that.
Well, you were making me want to hear one of these songs, how you deliver it to your audience.
Okay, so you want a song right now. All right.
One of yours. Maybe later on another.
All right, this is a song I got from, I might have done this. Did I do this Out Stealing Horses song before?
Yeah, but it's a great song, so. And you've sang it a lot since.
People seem to like this song. Give me a sky as long as a crow, flying on trade winds down to old Mexico. Give me one reason, I'll pack my bags, saddle them ponies, never look back. Just pick up and go down to old Mexico. Out stealing horses, back on the run, waiting for trains, shooting our guns. Out stealing horses, roping the sun. Out stealing horses for fun. Out stealing horses for fun. Crossing that line, breaking the trail. You on the sorrel, me on the pail. Dust in our boots, wind through the trees. We'll drive them all night and do as we please. We'll do as we please. Out stealing horses, back on the run, waiting for trains, shooting our guns. Out stealing horses, roping the sun. Out stealing horses for fun. Out stealing horses for fun. Give me some land, rolling in luck. We'll build us a place, a rancho to rest of our days just riding that spread. Just pick up and go down old Mexico. Out stealing horses, back on the run, waiting for trains, shooting our guns. Out stealing horses, hoping the sun. Out stealing horses for fun. Out stealing horses for fun. Out stealing horses just for fun. I don't do that anymore.
That was very soothing. It sort of soothed my soul. My soul needed soothing today.
It's a pretty song. I like it. Yeah, people seem to like it. You know, I'm still fooling around with it, trying to find the right tempo and because it has some drama in it. But a song, you just have to keep working on it until you have the right, so to where it has the right feel to it. So.
Well, you're doing something that most people find very hard to do, and that is go before people and entertain them. Seek to entertain them.
Yeah,
that takes nerve.
I think people, to go into the middle of a lounge and set up your music and then just get up there and start playing, it's a little unnerving. I think it's a lot of times it's more unnerving for the people who are watching you. It's sort of like, good hell, what is this? He's going to get up and sing? So, yeah. But, and then there's always that no matter how long I do it, there's always that very first song that you sing. There's certain songs that I have to sing so that I know if my voice is on. And I always usually start with this one. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you loved me as long as you wanted. Someday you leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? I'm crazy, certifiably insane for thinking my love would hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. So that's the song that I use to
Wow.
figure out what my voice is doing that day. Because from day to day, it can even depend on the air. If the air is dry or if there's moisture, because it can affect your voice. So that song has so many highs and lows. It's sort of like that's the control panel of telling me how my voice is going to work that day. So.
Well, what are some other songs that people like real well?
They like Best Western. Did I do Best Western last time? Best Western, I'm glad you're alive. With your plush motel beds and your Colt 45. your color TV and your plastic cups wrapped, the pink little soaps and vending room snacks. Best Western, I think I'm in love with your fluffy white towels and brass ceiling above. And I couldn't have done it without you, you know. Your baby blue bedspread, your clock, radio. And I'm a long way from home right now. Miles we part between us somehow. Highway still picking up lines, Angelica's still on the line.
That's yours.
That's part of it. That's not the whole song, but people like that. But I had, because I play in a Embassy Suites hotel, and I played that song one night, and this lady she called the manager over, and she said, why is that young man singing about Best Western motels when we're staying in an Embassy Suites? So the manager came over and he says that he related the story to me, and I said, well, because Best Western just fits better in a song than Embassy Suites. So, it was really, really funny. So, and one night I had a drunk Canadian woman. She said, she came over to me and she was pretty three sheets to the wind, and she said, all your songs make me want to go in the parking lot and slit my wrist. And she said, oh no, but that's a good thing. I said, well, she said, and it was funny because I was doing, I have my upbeat songs that I do, and I was doing those, but she wasn't paying any attention to those songs. She was just paying attention to the sad songs.
Do you kind of have your moods and you want to sing certain songs?
Yeah, I have, there's certain songs that, on any given night, depending on how my voice is working, that I'll attempt, that have, a higher, I like to sing real challenging songs, the real lower songs, the Johnny Cash, at my door the leaves are falling, cold wild wind will come, sweethearts walk by together, and I still miss someone. I could sing those all day, but they're not as challenging as singing something that's really kind of high and hard to hit.
What's your idea of a challenge song you've been singing lately?
Well, this one, I won't do the whole thing. The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there, touched your hand, and walked with me. All summer long we sang our song as we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the sun wind. And then let's see, another one that's I'm just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers in the quiet of a railway station, nothing scared. Laying low, singing out the poorer quarters where try and do it right here. It's too early in the day.
Ooh.
But there's certain songs that, build and build and build and build.
Oh.
So a lot of times, if you're not, I think that you can do it like an actor. It's almost like you have to put it in your head where the note is, because I'm not sort of naturally gifted singer, but I am, and do know how to mimic. I could get an image and I hear a sound of a note in my head, and I can usually hit it most of the time.
Wow. Well, sometimes songs can say more than words. They can reach something in you. I did want to say something about your play opening in a month in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Under the Desert.
Under the Desert, boy, what a journey that's been. I just talked to the producer. They just finally hired the director who's going to direct it. It opens August 17th. It'll run for 6 weeks.
Oh, they've hired
They've hired a director, yeah.
And Sean is going to play the lead?
Sean's playing the lead, and Alyssa Bailey, I think her name is playing the female.
And this is the play you did up to Boulder on top of the ledge.
Did this play up on top of a mesa. Yes.
Well, this is the second play you've had in the Elephant Theater now.
Yeah.
The play about your dad, Bohemian Cowboy.
Uh-huh.
It played at the Elephant, 2 years, how many years ago?
It's been almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. Now you've got another play there.
Yeah, the nightclub show that I want to do, the Lounge Act, what I'm doing is I'm taking excerpts and stories actually from that play. And it's going to be a show. I've always wanted to do this show where the story behind the song, like when you hear a song, when you hear Bob Dylan sing Like a Rolling Stone, there's a story. I mean, there's a reason why he wrote it. And some songwriters, I think, well, the good ones, they write them based on their experience with real life. And then they may, you have a lot of latitude because you can fictionalize it. It's like out stealing horses. I never really went out and stole horses, but
you knew some people that did.
But I did know some people who did, and so. But I like to get at the story behind the song. Songwriters are really interesting that way. That there's a genesis, there's a beginning of where a song starts. It could be something that happened, it could be a line, it could be a dream. I remember Townes Van Zandt talking about this song that he dreamed the whole song, and he woke up and he wrote it all down, and he said he claims he never, of course he was known for his storytelling, but he claims that he never changed a word in the song. So I think it was If You Needed Me is the name of the song.
Well, when you get your Lounge Act more developed and along, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. Because like I said, right now I'm doing ambient. I kind of have a Lounge Act, but it's not really, I want one where I know what I'm going to do, and almost like theater where I have a captive audience. And initially, instead of trying to get a captive audience, because right now I don't really do that. People are in a hotel bar, they're usually meeting someone and they have to talk, and so people are talking, and I don't mind that at all, but I want to do a later night show where people are actually coming into the lounge to see the show.
Oh, so I just think that's really exciting that you're inventing new ways to perform besides plays, going into the Lounge Act and singing and becoming a performer yourself more and more, and I just think it's very interesting. And
well, it is interesting because I think people they sometimes there'll be just people in there watching me, and I think they're thinking sometimes, how did this guy get here?
what kind of trip did he make?
Yeah, well, the guy that I'm doing some work for right now, this attorney, that was him. He was in the lounge, and he just kept. There was this guy in the back. He just kept staring at me, and finally, at the end of about 3 days, he came up to me and said, "What are you doing here?" But I kind of knew what he meant. I kind of knew the subtext of it, and then we started talking, and then I told him more about my theatrical background, and I ended up getting a job. So.
Well, yeah, and you crave interaction. Yeah. With an audience.
Yeah,
and one way or another, you're going to go after it.
And like I said, people are not interacting the same way. They're electronically interacting. They're either doing it through their computer, even phone calls. People don't talk on the phone anymore. They'll text. And so people are kind of, having just a regular conversation is a little. People have trepidation about it.
So anyway, I think it's great for you to come and give us a flavor of what you do every night now.
Yeah.
And what you're developing, because I think this can lead to some, this leads to an exciting development of a performer who is doing it every day and experimenting.
Are we almost?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one. I'll do a verse. This is a song about my Boulder hometown. I don't know if you've heard this song. Guess I didn't understand what she wanted me to say, and all the little lies I told just got in the way. She said I couldn't stay. Now here I am explaining to the suitcase in the truck, heading on to Utah. Adios and wish you luck. Guess I'll go to Boulder. Guess I won't be holding her. I should have told her I'd be in Boulder. I'll be in Boulder. Driving through Fredonia as the sun went down to bed. And our last conversation is swimming in my head. Those cruel things she said. Boxes of letters and photos on the floor. I'm halfway to my hometown, and the rain begins to pour. Guess I'll go to Boulder. Guess I won't be holding her. I should have told her I'll be in Boulder. I'd be in Boulder. Sliding through Bryce Canyon, the rain turns into snow. And I'm stopping in a restaurant there to call and let her know that it's bitter cold. It's bitter cold. The phone just keeps on ringing, no message on the end. Guess I'll just keep traveling. Should've told her then. Guess I'll go to Boulder. Guess I won't be holding her. I should've told her I'd be in Boulder. I'll be in Boulder.
realize you're going to miss your Boulder for the first time.
Yeah, I do.
Many years.
Yeah, but I'm getting through it.
He won't be emceeing Boulder Heritage Festival this summer for the first time for many years.
It's early in the day and my voice is a little bit ragged.
Oh, okay.
Well, thanks. This was fun.
Okay.
We'll do it again.
I loved it.
See ya.
Bye.